Comprised of 50 states, the USA occupies an area that's only just marginally smaller than Europe. It's in this vast country that you will find an unbelievably diverse array of natural landscapes, cityscapes, people, and cultures. From the tropical islands of Hawaii to the desert landscape of the Grand Canyon, as well as the multicultural cities such as Chicago and New York City, you'll never be stuck for destinations to discover. Here's a look at the best places to visit in the USA. Number 30. Moab. Thanks to its location in eastern Utah, Moab makes it easy for travelers to visit not just one, but two national parks, arches, and canyonlands. When you're not marveling at the park's otherworldly red rock formations, explore downtown Moab, which features a charming array of cafes, shops, and food trucks, or sign up for a rafting trip on the Colorado River. Mountain biking, jeep tours, and even cross-country skiing and snowshoeing are all fun things to do while in Moab. Plus, since the town sees less than 10 inches of rainfall each year, it's the ideal backdrop for outdoor adventure. Number 29. New Orleans. Few American cities are home to cultures as unique as the Big Easy's. Offering a blend of influences from the Caribbean, West Africa, Europe, and other locales, New Orleans has a distinct personality. Music lovers flock here to immerse themselves in the city's rich jazz, blues, and rock and roll scenes. And history buffs enjoy attractions like the National World War II Museum and the New Orleans African American Museum. Meanwhile, foodies can feast on gumbo, beignet, and po' boys in between sightseeing. After filling up on tasty fare, check out Bourbon Street's nightlife or sign up for an evening ghost tour. Number 28. Sedona. Home to jaw-dropping red rock formations, ancient cliff dwellings, and supposed energy vortexes. This beautiful Arizona town features a multitude of postcard-worthy landmarks accessible by various hiking trails. Many of Sedona's trails also permit mountain biking, while the area's famed red rocks attract climbing enthusiasts. After an active day outside, travelers can dine at one of Sedona's exquisite restaurants before retreating to one of the town's award-winning spas or wellness centers, where they can tap into Sedona's spiritual side during a treatment, yoga session, or healing ritual. Number 27. San Diego. San Diego's Southern California charm appeals to many different kinds of vacationers. The city, located 120 miles south of Los Angeles, boasts a variety of activities ranging from hiking in Torrey Pines State Natural Reserve, which sits just north of the city, to surfing at Mission and Pacific beaches. Foodies won't want to miss the city's Central Gaslamp Quarter, which features a variety of bars and restaurants serving fresh seafood, authentic Mexican cuisine, craft beer, and more. Other must-dos include wandering around museum-filled Balboa Park, taking a quick ferry ride to Coronado Island, and watching the sun set in La Jolla. Number 26. Las Vegas. Sin City astounds travelers with its smorgasbord of offerings. Whether you choose to spend your trip testing your luck at its casinos, enjoying the highly regarded buffets, or relaxing at extravagant spas and pools, Las Vegas offers something for everyone. The city's chic nightclubs attract throngs of partygoers, and you'd be remiss to leave without catching one of the city's world-class shows, which range from concerts to magic acts to acrobatics. Though you'll find the bulk of Las Vegas can't-miss attractions on the Strip, travelers hoping to avoid the area's thick tourist crowds can venture outside the city to go hiking or sightsee via helicopter. Number 25. Destin. Sandwiched between the Gulf of Mexico and Choctawhatchee Bay on the Florida Panhandle, Destin's sugary white sands and emerald green waters make it one of the country's top vacation destinations. Post up at one of the city's picturesque beaches. Henderson Beach State Park and shores at Crystal Beach Park are two traveler favorites to spend the afternoon swimming, snorkeling, or sunbathing. Other can't-miss activities include casting a line from the island pier. This is the world's luckiest fishing village after all, teeing off on one of Destin's premier golf courses and strolling the Destin Harbor Boardwalk. Number 24. Seattle. Seattle may be known for its consistently soggy weather, but this city in the Pacific Northwest has plenty to offer travel buffs. First things first, grab a coffee. Seattle is the undisputed epicenter of this popular caffeinated beverage. Then, spend some time mingling with locals and tourists at Pike Place Market before heading over to Discovery Park to walk the trails and admire West Point Lighthouse. Or, get a dose of Seattle's art scene while perusing the exhibits at the Seattle Art Museum, Chihuly Garden and Glass, and the Olympic Sculpture Park. Number 23. Bar Harbor. Considered the gateway to Acadia National Park, this laid-back town on Maine's Mount Desert Island provides a great home base for exploring the park. Along with its cozy bed and breakfast accommodations, Bar Harbor boasts delicious waterfront dining and locally owned shops showcasing unique Maine souvenirs. When you're not trekking through the national park, join a boat tour. The waters surrounding Mount Desert Island are a popular feeding ground for whales in summer, or stroll along the scenic shore path. Number 22. Key West. Home to the southernmost point in the continental U.S., Key West offers everything one would expect of an island in the Florida Keys. Popular activities include lounging on the beach and deep-sea fishing, as well as snorkeling, kayaking, and sailing. Key West offers more than just a pretty coastline, though. Travelers interested in history will find no shortage of interesting parks, including Fort Zachary Taylor Historic State Park, homes like Ernest Hemingway Home and Museum, and cemeteries, such as the historic Key West Cemetery here. Plus, Key West's lively Duval Street features an eclectic collection of people, restaurants, and bars. Number 21. Washington, D.C. The nation's capital has a lot going for it. Fill your days with visits to iconic landmarks like the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument. Plus, the city's plethora of Smithsonian museums gives you plenty to do on rainy or hot days. When the weather cooperates, explore some of DC's green spaces, such as the U.S. National Arboretum and Rock Creek Park. A stroll along the Georgetown waterfront is also a relaxing way to spend an afternoon. And don't forget to check out the city's lively restaurant and bar scene in areas like Adams Morgan and the U Street and H Street corridors. Number 20. Kaua'i. Nicknamed the Garden Island, Kaua'i relies on its immense natural beauty to stand out from other Hawaiian islands. To drive this point home, Kaua'i limits the size of all of its buildings to no taller than a coconut palm so locals and travelers can enjoy excellent views from the island's pristine beaches. Visitors will also discover lush areas like Kaua'i State Park and Wailua River State Park when they venture inland. Kaua'i's distance from the mainland and abundance of high-end hotels make it a pricey destination to visit, so book your flights and accommodations well in advance. Number 19. Niagara Falls. The world-famous Niagara Falls straddle Ontario in Canada and the American state of New York. Located on the Niagara River, the falls are a culmination of the flow of water that gushes out of the upper Great Lakes and are actually made up of three falls: Horseshoe Falls, the American Falls, and the Bridal Veil Falls. 6 million cubic feet of water cascades over the ridge every second, making for an incredibly impressive sight, which draws an estimated 30 million tourists a year. Number 18. Hawaii. The Polynesian archipelago of Hawaii is a veritable paradise, that spread across hundreds of islands in the Pacific Ocean. With its tropical climate, famously pristine beaches, and wealth of natural scenery, Hawaii has been promoted as a tropical destination since the end of WW2. The islands are also a prime destination of surfers from around the world. Despite the steady influx of visitors, indigenous Hawaiian culture still thrives and can be seen in ceremonies, traditions, and folk music. Number 17. Olympic National Park. Olympic National Park is spread across nearly 1 million acres of land, and it's full of adventure opportunities and natural beauty. Travelers can spend time hiking the various trails in the lush Hoh rainforest, the scenic Hurricane Ridge, or around picturesque Lake Crescent, where boating and camping are also popular. Plus, thanks to little light pollution, Olympic National Park is one of the best spots in the U.S. for stargazing. Time your visit for summer to take advantage of the park's free astronomy programs. This time of year also sees low precipitation and average daily temperatures in the mid-70s. Number 16. Lake Tahoe. Known for its stunning clear water, North America's largest alpine lake beckons to active travelers year-round. Skiers and snowboarders arrive in droves during the winter to hit the slopes at Lake Tahoe's numerous resorts. Meanwhile, a summertime visit is ideal for hikes, scenic drives, and lake activities like kayaking and boating. There are also many local golf courses for those looking to work on their game. For a vacation with a twist, trek one of the California and Nevada region's beer trails or book a hot air balloon tour to see the scenic area from above. Number 15. Boston. The capital of Massachusetts offers activities for all types of travelers. The 2.5-mile-long Freedom Trail, which connects Boston Common to the Bunker Hill Monument, offers a terrific overview of the city's rich history, while Fenway Park is a must-see attraction for baseball fans. What's more, Boston is home to numerous pubs, food markets, and shopping thoroughfares, as well as top-notch universities known for their charming architecture, picturesque green spaces, and wicked smart students. Meanwhile, art aficionados can browse the collections at the Museum of Fine Arts and the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. Number 14. Grand Teton National Park. In Grand Teton National Park, Wyoming's snow-capped Teton Mountains rub elbows with the Snake River, Jackson and Jenny Lakes, wildflower fields, swamps, and more. Trekking to scenic vistas like Inspiration Point and Phelps Lake Overlook are common ways to take in the park's natural beauty. But if you're looking to exert less energy, explore the region by car or boat. Don't focus too much on the horizon, though, as moose, elk, bears, and bison all call the park home and occasionally wander near visitors. Another plus for this park is its proximity to the rustic mountain town of Jackson Hole. Number 13. Miami. One of the most vivacious cities in the USA, Miami is best known for its sunny beaches, Latin culture, and sizzling nightlife. Located in southeastern Florida off the coast of the Atlantic Ocean, Miami is also a major port city managing the world's largest number of passenger cruise ships. Across the bay from Miami on a barrier island is Miami Beach, known for its Art Deco architecture and glamorous South Beach. Number 12. Honolulu, Oahu. Oahu features a nice balance of urban and beach environments, and with pleasant weather year-round. There really is no wrong time to visit this Hawaiian paradise. Must-visit Waikiki Beach promises to please, but be forewarned. There's a good chance a barrage of tourists will greet you. For extra elbow room, head to more secluded options like Waimanalo Bay Beach Park and Kalama Park. Before leaving, carve out some time for visiting Honolulu naval sites like the Pearl Harbor National Memorial and the Battleship Missouri Memorial. Number 11. Orlando. Home to world-famous theme parks like Walt Disney World, SeaWorld, and Universal Studios, Orlando is no doubt a favorite destination for family vacations. Located in Central Florida, Orlando is a place where dreams and magic become reality. With several amusement parks, visitors to Orlando can meet their favorite storybook characters, reenact live famous movie scenes, ride thrilling roller coasters, and watch dolphins performing marvelous tricks. Number 10. Chicago. The Windy City's architecture, cuisine, and museums make this Midwestern locale an excellent option for travelers with varying interests. Be sure to enjoy all of the food the city has to offer, including Chicago-style hot dogs, sans ketchup, Italian beef sandwiches, and deep dish pizza. Then, snap some pictures in front of Millennium Park's iconic The Bean sculpture. Check out the Art Institute of Chicago's top-notch exhibits, or hop aboard an architecture river cruise. If you plan on visiting in winter, pack your warmest attire and head to Maggie Daley Park to go ice skating, while warmer months are ideal for biking along the lakefront trail. Number 9. Yosemite National Park. A vacation at Yosemite National Park in California is all about reconnecting with nature. Spend your visit checking out world-famous landmarks like Half Dome and Glacier Point, or hiking Cathedral Lakes, the Mist Trail, and other popular paths. You'll also want to spend time admiring Yosemite's numerous waterfalls, including towering Yosemite Falls, which is one of the tallest waterfalls in the world, and Horsedale Fall, which has a golden firefall effect at certain points in the winter. Definitely make time to see Mariposa Grove, which is home to more than 500 giant sequoia trees. Number 8. San Francisco. The best way to get a glimpse of San Francisco is to explore the city on foot or by cable car. From eclectic neighborhoods like the Mission District to Haight-Ashbury to the Castro, you'll find various boutiques, bars, and eateries serving nearly every kind of cuisine. Soak in skyline views from a picnic blanket in Mission Dolores Park. Watch sea lions at Pier 39. Visit the oldest public Japanese garden in the country at Golden Gate Park, or take a boat ride to Alcatraz Island for a history lesson. Just come prepared for the steep hills by wearing a comfortable pair of walking shoes. Number 7. Zion National Park. Awe-inspiring panoramas are available everywhere you turn in Utah's Zion National Park. For some of the best views, trek the Angel's Landing Trail, which is full of challenging switchbacks and thrilling heights. Important note: permits are required to hike Angel's Landing and are awarded through an online lottery system. If you're planning to hike during peak season, you'll need to apply several months in advance. Other popular options include the easy Paras Trail and the more challenging Narrows, which takes hikers through the slimmest section of Zion Canyon and requires wading through waters that, depending on the time of year, can rise as high as your chest. Number 6. Los Angeles. The second largest city in the USA, Los Angeles is located in Southern California, surrounded by the Pacific Coast, mountains, and valleys. Often regarded as the entertainment capital of the world, LA is awash with celebrity culture. You can see the handprints of film stars on Hollywood Boulevard, or go on a tour to see stars' homes in Beverly Hills. For laid-back days, there's the bohemian neighborhood of Venice Beach, home to Muscle Beach, and a rambling promenade that doubles as a stage for all sorts of quirky street performers. Number 5. Yellowstone. America's first national park provides more than 900 miles of hiking trails, as well as plenty of attractions to excite nature lovers, from steaming geysers to bubbling hot springs. Plus, animal fans will appreciate a visit to the Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Center to learn about local wildlife. If you'd rather look for wild critters inside the park, which occupies parts of Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho, spend a few hours driving through the Hayden and Lamar valleys. Both areas are considered popular havens for Yellowstone National Park's resident bison, wolves, and grizzly bears. Number 4. Maui. With idyllic beaches and verdant parks, Maui offers ample opportunities to relax. Here, you can admire the stunning scenery as you cruise along the road to Hana, fly above the Hawaiian island on a helicopter tour, or lounge across the black sands of Waianapanapa State Park. If you'd rather cool off than sunbathe, sign up for a snorkeling tour. And for an unforgettable experience, make a reservation to see the sunrise at Haleakala National Park, home to Maui's highest peak. Sampling Maui's seafood is also a must, but don't overlook other island delicacies like hopia, a creamy coconut custard. Number 3. Grand Canyon National Park. To experience some of the most inspiring views America has to offer, plan a trip to Grand Canyon National Park, a bucket list item for many travelers. This Arizona park is a superb spot to hike, offering scenic paths like the Bright Angel and North Kaibab trails. The Colorado River weaves its way through the 277-mile-long canyon, which also makes it a top destination for whitewater rafting. But for a truly once-in-a-lifetime experience, travelers can view this impressive natural wonder on a helicopter tour. Regardless of how you choose to spend your time in the Grand Canyon, you're sure to feel small against its towering rock formations and expansive vistas. Number 2. Glacier National Park. Glaciers are the main draw of this Montana National Park, but its more than 700 lakes, 2 mountain ranges, and multiple waterfalls are equally impressive. Hiking is the most popular pastime for visitors thanks to the park's mix of easy trails like Rocky Point and challenging routes, such as Grinnell Glacier and the Highline Trail. But you should also allot time for driving the spectacular Going to the Sun Road, which typically opens late June through October. Additionally, the area is a prime spot for kayaking, canoeing, and fishing in summer, and cross-country skiing and snowshoeing in winter. Plus, wild animals like moose, bears, and elk are frequently spotted here. Number 1. New York City. The jewel in the crown of the USA when it comes to urban areas, New York is a megacity that is absolutely packed full of iconic places, areas, and buildings. In fact, sometimes it feels like you're walking through familiar territory, thanks to how often the city features in Hollywood films. There's Central Park, the Empire State Building, Grand Central Station, Times Square. Even the 5 boroughs that make up NYC are famous. Then there's the culture. Koreatown, multiple Chinatowns, the remnants of Little Italy, and communities from Jewish to African American make New York a true world city made rich by the people who flocked here from all over the world.